Hey, how's it going there, guys? COD Master 2014 here, July 19th, 2016, 7:31 p.m. on the West Coast here in California. And I got you looking at some live seismograph stations there. Got a couple small earthquakes coming in to the live stream. This is current and right now. And down here on the bottom is the station that we've been watching quite a bit lately. Down there in Hollister, California, just southeast of the San Francisco Bay Area. They've been having quite the, I don't know if I'd call it an earthquake swarm, but they've definitely had quite a few mid-threes. And just earlier today, they had a couple 4.0s back-to-back, a 4.2 and a 4.1 back-to-back earlier today. So we're definitely keeping an eye on that area. Also, right up here is something that just caught my eye, and something that has just occurred is a couple spikes and some smaller earthquakes up near Myrtle Point, Oregon, along the coastline of southern Oregon. Now this area right here is close to the Cascadia subduction zone. And this here is something we want to watch if we do see any kind of earthquake activity along the Oregon, Northern California coast. Up here is a small earthquake over at Long Valley Volcano, Mammoth Lakes in Southern California. And I got some other stations pulled up as well, but they look and appear to be quiet at the moment. I want to show you what I'm talking about here, about these earthquakes here in Central California, I guess, down there by the Bay Area, specifically around the town of Hollister, California, right there along the San Andreas fault zone. And let me show you a couple things here. First off, there's the back-to-back 4.2 and 4.1 occurring within a minute of each other. You can see the timestamps right there, 1439 and then 1438. They got this located 8 miles south of Ridgemark, California, and then quite a few aftershocks afterwards. But prior to these 4.2s, or 4.1 and 4.2, we had numerous earthquakes. We had 3.3s, 3.7, quite a few threes in there, all within the past 2 days. And of course, once you get below the threes, you got the twos and the ones down there, which is still earthquake activity nonetheless. And there's no main shock, so to speak. If you notice here, we started out kind of quiet, and then all of a sudden you go to 3.3, and then 3.8, you know, multiple threes, 3.7, and now you're getting into the lower fours. That's just continued pressure being applied in that area, along that southern, central section of the San Andreas fault zone, south of the bay. And it's quite a bit of activity. Now, whether this is a precursor to something bigger, I am not 100% sure. That's why I'm definitely going to keep an eye out on it. You can see it right there in that section. The 4.2s or the 4.0s were in this area right here, southwest of Hollister. And you also had a couple other earthquakes over here towards the northeast. Let me show you here. Let me zoom in. I guess it's not going to zoom in anymore. But let's see here. 3.3. I'm trying to look at some information here about how far they are below the surface. 1.3. These are pretty shallow quakes. If these are accurate, let me click on this red one, which is just the current one. That's probably the one that is showing up right now on the live seismograph stations. They're possible. And then again, maybe not. That looks like just a small little crack. I don't think that's a 2.0, but it could be possible. You can see here activity is still. This just started. This activity just started up here in Myrtle Point, Oregon. So we're watching this all night long. Make sure you guys subscribe. Let us know if you have any questions. I myself am here in Northern California about, let's see here, I'm about maybe 200 miles to the north of this area. So if something happens, I'm definitely going to feel it, regardless if the Cascadia subduction zone goes or we get a good sized earthquake along the San Andreas fault zone. I'll definitely feel it within this area. So we will keep monitoring this for you guys. This definitely has my attention. Definitely. It's very interesting to see this increase in earthquakes along with the increase in magnitude. But that's it for now, guys. Stay safe out there. Once again, looking at local time, 7:37 p.m. on the 19th of July. We'll keep you guys updated. Stay safe.